more homes to the ground than any other in Colorado's history could easily flare back up.
My name is Madonna Lingrick, and I've been in the wildfire business for 33 years.
Madonna's Idaho-based team commands these 800 field crews who make sure it stays out.
All clear. So right now, all these thousands of acres is this. This is the fire.
That is the fire right now.
Believe it or not, it's these still hot sticks and stumps that are keeping the residents out of the burned neighborhoods. There is fire hidden deep inside these towering ponderosa pines.
You'll notice that the smoke is coming up the side there, and so you can tell that it's probably burning clear up into here.
So you can have lots of trees.
These towering ponderosa pines.
You'll notice that the smoke is coming up the side there.
Fire hidden deep inside these towering.
There you go right there. You see this right here? This is the fire right here. They're going to see this. You will never hear any scientist or anyone, even though you see this, with all the fire causing spectrum of this photon, light spectrum, having cunning precision to make the weather obey a command and make areas dry, areas wet, do what it wants, create drought, create people, create women who does not need a man to reproduce, because the light that you see right here is all-knowing, all-intelligent. It is God, and if it can make that woman encapsulate herself inside of the aggregate that it made this planet with, I'm sure that it can send a signal to that woman to make those aggregates produce birth and procreate this whole planet. So we're not going to ask that stupid question about what came first, the chicken or the egg, and we're not going to overlook the fact that this is God, and it is causing all these catastrophes on earth to kill people off the earth, especially white people. White people especially, because they are the ones who has misled the world and caused the decadence of all the people on the planet. But since everyone has a brain and everyone can think and fathom right from wrong, the sun is holding everyone responsible for their conditions. Although it's accepted and understood, the coercion through deprivation and violence and corrupt and false leading propagandas of religion, all this stuff considered means that everyone has a chance to confer and try to get a new start in life where everything doesn't have to be so messed up. Now you just seen all these green clouds that I showed you, and I didn't say anything about that because I've been trying to tell you how important it is to buy this green light. The person that's telling me to tell you to buy the green light is the sun. Right here, the S-O-N sun. Not no freaking S-O-N sun is what I mean to say. The S-U-N sun. Right there. My mother told me the people on the earth who's too stupid to understand the power of the green light, right there, is going to be stubborn and stupid, and they're going to reject you. And they're not going to buy it, and they're going to do all kind of stupid shit. They're going to buy weaves, they're going to buy cigarettes, they're going to buy chewing gum, they're going to buy their little child a Barbie doll, they're going to go to the movies, they're going to do everything but send that money order to the address that I've been telling you all about all day long. It's Green Light Essence, Post Office Box 6416, Vancouver, Washington 98686, phone number 360-721-4117. So those of you out there who understand the importance of not making the sun bring already owed punishment to the earth fast and quickly and swiftly, like you just saw those clouds move through, I'm going to advise you to buy something for your family to stop the boom dooms from coming in there and causing chaos, heartache, burn, breakage, you name it. It's going to happen. A dissension that you got right now will double up. That's because that's to get people off the earth who's not smart enough to know that you're going to pay homage to this sun. If all the years you've been on this earth, this sun been waking up every morning, sustaining you, regenerating you, even if you do be foolish enough giving credit for all that to some dead-ass image of a white man, this sun is saying right now, it's time for me to fix this planet. I have sent my son there who's qualified to do it. The reason it can't get done is because the things that cause the breakage of it are manifested as governments, and the people are controlled and willingly patronizes and pays homage to the privileges that this world has allowed them to receive through drinking alcohol and all the carnal pleasures of the sexual promiscuity and all this bullshit that's going on. I'm gonna burn this shit up. Now, Asarasa Teparama'at is my son. Don't think about anything else except for when you see him, you looking at a representative of me. That's all he is. Know that. You stupid ass people down there with your racist ass, dumb ass, gender discriminative ass, stupid classes of wealth that keep you all in dissension is why I'm gonna burn all y'all asses the fuck up. The only people that's going to be considered for a second ride on all of this is the people that's wise enough to buy the green light. The ones who don't buy it just going to find out that they should have bought it the hard way. It's real simple. Understand that. Understand that. You could be dumb if you want to, but I'm just trying to let you know something. That is not going to pay off being stupid.
You'll notice that the smoke is coming up the side there, and so you can tell that it's probably burning clear up into here.
So you can have lots of trees around here that are on fire and you wouldn't even know because they're burning on the inside.
And that's what the firefighters are gritting for.
South Dakota's Bear Mountain Hand crew used their bare hands to dig for underground fire.
With the gloves on, I can't feel the heat.
They are risking third-degree burns here, scraping in the ash.
If there's too much heat, then you have to get water.
Just down the street, high voltage poles burned as well. It's tricky business, surgically removing one pole without snagging down the whole lot. At the end of the day, there is a bit of good news on these blackened streets.
The good news is we didn't lose any more land and we did not lose any more structures.
That's for now. Because see, I was riding down the street the other day. I was on the bus. After the bus driver was rude. You know, for the most part, everybody here in Vancouver is real nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I can return to this area to live, the Portland, Vancouver area. I've been in a lot of places on this earth, but I knew that these two places where I lived at, even though they are abundant with racism, just like the whole freaking planet, at these Europeans, they the ones who perpetuated that, put it in place so they could have a culture that would benefit them. By everyone hating black, that gives the white a privilege to masquerade around as God. So I was just riding the bus and I was thinking about how rude the bus driver was. Let me tell you what happened. I got on the bus, I had my bike and a whole bag of stuff, a bunch of bags. So needless to say, combating the objective of getting my bike on the bike rack and getting my bags on the bus made it where it'd be impossible to board the bus with my freaking transfer in my hand. So I had it in my pocket. Okay, when it was time to find the transfer, I'm sitting there looking for the transfer. And as I was looking for the transfer, the bus driver just sat there and waited. He didn't drive the bus. He just waited till I showed him the transfer. Well, maybe that's policy of the bus system here. I don't know, but I didn't challenge that. But the problem was that it took me a minute to find the transfer, and while I was trying to look for the transfer, I could see everybody else getting impatient on the bus, and so was the bus driver. But for the most part, the people didn't say anything. Finally, I found the damn transfer, and I gave it to the bus driver, the white guy that was driving the bus. But what happened was I was sitting next to like a senior black man. I got on the bus. He was about 58. Which he's only about 6 years older than me, you know, but that made him both damn near senior citizens already. But anyway, when I gave the bus driver the damn transfer, it was a day pass. He looked at me, then he looked at the other guy that was sitting there after all this hesitation about driving the bus and all the time had went by already. And then he had the nerve to ask the other black guy, which reminds you, about 58 years old, damn near 60 years old, and here I am 52. But for some reason, we got to be accused of swapping transfer. Did you give him that transfer, is what he said to the guy. And the man looked at him like, are you losing your damn mind? So it was some white people on the bus that looked at the bus driver too, and they said, no. The white people got upset because they had saw the whole scenario. They saw his attitude and everything. So they all attacked his ass. They said, no, he did not. He pulled it out of his freaking pocket. That was their attitude because they had saw what happened. You know what I'm saying? How rude he was and how quick he was to assume that me and this guy had to be committing a crime. Me and this man supposed to be so goddamn poor because they know they set the world up that way. We supposed to be so poor that I have to get on the bus and receive assistance. I guess we planned it. Yeah, and I'll get on that Bloomfield and outer space, and you make sure you sit up right near the front door so when I get on, you can slip me the trash. I mean, the nerves and the audacity for him to suggest that, and everybody that was on the bus that was looking like him, I think he embarrassed them. So you know what? He responded to the crowd, and he said, well, it's happened before, you know. I said, yeah, it's happened before. It happened too damn much. It's called racial profiling. That's what I said to him. And then the bus just went immediately froze still, right? Nobody said anything, and then the bus driver, he turned all red in the face and shit because he knew I had pointed out to him what he was displaying right there. Everybody knows if I would have been a white guy, got on the bus, even drunk, intoxicated, I would have got treated with more courtesy and consideration than I have to be accused of being such a damn low life that I have to get on the bus and receive assistance from someone else. You know, if I couldn't afford to ride the damn bus, I would get on the bus anyway, without money. You know why? Because I know for a fact that there is a seat on that bus available for me to ride on it. And it is city transportation, which means that as long as I am a taxpayer in this city, and that bus is under city status as to where if I do something wrong, I committed a crime against the city. If I do something wrong to any citizen in this city, I committed a crime against the city. So why should the city have the right to commit a crime against me and my motherfucking objective to find a job and to fend for myself and everything that's necessary for a person to provide at the hands of these people who made the world to culture their existence and be beneficial to them? That's the reason why you can have an empty bus go down the road and you won't be allowed to ride on it if you can't pay your way, because we live in a greedy ass barbaric European world that don't care about people. It's just a handful of people who cares about themselves, and they have set up the world with their masquerading asses as God and police officials and CIA and government and all that, and they're nothing but devils and evil ass people that has fucked this world up. And the reason why I pointed all this out to you is because I was riding that same bus and I was watching all the construction crews, because there's a lot of construction going on in Vancouver as well as Portland. And every construction crew that I rode past was predominantly white, with a few Mexicans thrown in here and there, but no melanated men at all. And that's the reason why we were dispatched to this earth, to kill the people who is making it obvious that they are killing the people that we put here and built this planet for. So it's like you guys are a cancer virus. You are a cancer virus that through osmosis can only destroy, because everything that you have in your cosmic makeup does not allow you to use your mental abilities in a synonymous symbiotic relationship with the earth. No, you disrespect the earth like you disrespect your own woman. And it's because of that that you all have